Marco, could you just walk us very briefly through the results from today?
Yeah, the results were again extraordinary, with almost 14% organic growth in the second quarter. Many analysts and investors, they actually expected us to slow down in Q2 due to the Easter effect. You remember in Q1 of last year, we had Easter. This year it was in Q2, and we actually achieved the same 14% organic growth in Q2 compared to Q1. Most pleasing the fact that all of our regions posted double-digit growth, and all our business segments, implants, biomaterials and prosthetic.
And is there one particular business that you would like to highlight?
Yeah, I would like to give special kudos this time to our friends in Latin America. You know, Brazil, as the largest market in Latin America, continues to be in an extremely difficult situation. Many of our competitors, they are struggling. And also in Latin America, again, you know, we grew double-digitally.
Now, the group's premium implant business is growing strongly. So are your non-premium brands. And you say there's a lot more potential for further growth there. Why then are you moving into orthodontics?
With orthodontics, we have now another important growth pillar available, which fits perfectly into what we have been doing so far. Same digital workflow, same customer base, GPs. Also the fact that in many cases where you want to place implants, you first have to remove the teeth and to bring the teeth into the right position. So a lot of synergies, a lot of complementary aspects. We came to the conclusion that this is really a field which is extremely attractive to us. Equally attractive, obviously, you know, to continue to penetrate the non-premium dental implant segment.
Great. And could you just tell us a little bit more about the acquisitions in the ortho field?
We took fully over Clear Correct, which is one of the leaders when it comes to clear aligners, with a strong manufacturing base in the US, with a known sales force to penetrate the US market, with the potential to actually expand out of its home market into, for example, Europe, but also into some Asian Pacific markets. And the other one is Geniova, which is a startup company in Spain, which is a company which has developed a hybrid system, so kind of an in-between between classical or traditional braces and brackets and clear aligners. And the two together, we believe, give us a great starting base.
And why is the clear aligner business so attractive?
Because it's about aesthetics. You know, and more and more people, they put emphasis on aesthetics. They don't want to walk around with bad-looking teeth, with misaligned teeth. This is a trend in our society. The penetration is still at very, very low levels. You know, it remembers me a little bit on the implant industry 20 years ago, when all of a sudden implants became hype. And it's a little bit the same with clear aligners these days.
Thank you. And Straumann's also investing heavily in the digital area. You announced today that you've now bought a 35% stake in Rapid Shape and that you're fully acquiring Dental Wings. How do they fit into the group's business? You know, we have embarked on this total solution provider for tooth replacement a couple of years ago. And the vision there clearly was we want to be more than just a provider of dental implants and prosthetic parts. We want to be able to provide to our customers, dentists and labs around the globe, integrated solutions, starting with preoperative planning. And if a dentist or a lab chose so, including, you know, giving them milling opportunities in the dental practice, in the lab, including the corresponding materials. And actually, to live up to this ambition, you need more than just implants. You need also the corresponding equipment. You need the corresponding materials. The trend is also towards 3D printing. I personally believe that actually this is the future, that more and more of the products which are still milled today in the future will be 3D printed. So here also, you know, the connection to Rapid Shape. So it's actually about expanding the addressable market on one hand, which, you know, gives us additional business opportunities, but it's on the other hand also about actually protecting our core business, which is still, you know, the implants and the corresponding prosthetic parts.
And today you also announced that Straumann is dedicating more resources to the corporate dentistry segment and dental service organisations in particular. Why is that?
Because this is the most, the fastest growing segment in our industry. You know, we estimate that on an annual basis, dental service organization at the global level are growing around 20% compared to roughly 3 to 4% of the overall market. So almost 10 times or 6 to 7 times faster growth of this specific segment. You can do the math. You know, until which point in time, you know, DSOs are the most important customer segment in our industry. And I think it's now about time to react to this trend and making sure that also when it comes to this customer segment, we are the most compelling business partner.
Great. And one last question. How do you see the rest of this year developing?
I'm very optimistic. I think when it comes to you know, the digital business, we have just about scratched the surface. We expect that during the second half of 2017, we will see the first push when it comes to our customers buying intraoral scanners, 3D printers, milling machines, and corresponding materials from us.
Marco, thanks very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.